What is up, guys? Welcome. Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this. Oh, man. We got some bangers today, so we're going to be covering a lot of stuff here. Amor, what's going on, brother? Flip, what's going on, brother? Pink, hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, so make sure you guys are getting your hump on. I'm just kidding there. Gina, what's going on, girl? Well, let's jump right into this because I don't have as much time as we normally do. But let's cover everything we got to cover. So let's just jump right into this. First things first, Bitcoin right now is sitting at around 67,560. Not looking too bad. Still holding a lot of its gains. You guys can see we have broke out of this downward channel bull flag, what I've been calling for a very long time for the last 6 months. Not looking too bad. Obviously, we are looking to break above and stay above the 68,000 level. We have broke above, but we cannot seem to find some support above that area. So, zooming in on the other chart, you guys can see, basically, you can see us. We broke out of all these channels like we've been covering for the last few weeks. And as of now, like I said, 67,500, a little bit over around there. I think the next big spot, other than 68K, and we covered this, $68,000, obviously is going to be a big spot because remember, 5% of all Bitcoin holders are average price at $68,100. So with that being said, every time we come around 68K, we're going to probably get rejected until we keep retesting it over and over. Eventually we will break it. Hopefully we can keep this momentum up. After that 68,000, guys, after that 68,000 level is broken and we stay above, we are literally only a few percent away from all-time highs. But you know what the big spot that we're coming up to that I've been telling you guys, we've been above it plenty of times, but we never really officially found support above it, is that $69,000 area. And why is this $69,000 so important? Well, it is 69, right? Hey, just kidding. It's 69,000. This is our previous all-time high from 2021, right? We have broke above it a couple times. I would say a few times previously, right? And we'll zoom out. You can see we've broken out a few times, right? But we've never really found major support above the 69. A few times it looked like we were getting support, but we got rejected, right? And that's pretty much what the story's been. We haven't come back to retest that 69K since looks like towards around the end of July. So it's been roughly about 3 months it's been? I believe, yeah, 3 months if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even 4 months it's been since we've even gotten near 69,000. So it's been a while, guys. It's been a while, but we are literally right by it. So 68,000 is going to be that next spot that we just need to hold as some support. I think as we keep coming back and retesting it, that 5% of people that are holding the 68K area average, not everyone's selling, right? But you're going to see whoever wanted to get out at that position and at least get their money back because they've been probably pooping their pants for the last few months that Bitcoin was kind of having some retracement. They're going to be pretty much long gone, right? Maybe they're going to buy back in at lower prices if we even see them, but majority of them are going to be long gone, and you're going to have pretty much the next few times that we test 68, we're most likely going to break and stay above it, right? And then that next big spot is going to be that $69,000 area. Like I said, previous all-time high for 2021, epic spot that we need to hold, and we need to eventually have as support. Remember back when we were at $70,000+, and I kept telling you guys, listen, we broke above, but we need to come back and maybe retest the 69K and give us that confidence that it's now the bottom. We never found that, right? We never found that. That's what we need. So even if Bitcoin shoots up to 85K, I'm just thinking hypothetically, 80, 85K, and we needed somewhere to come back. If we at least found that $69,000 level as a bottom, that is going to be setting us up for a massive move towards the upside. And obviously very, very bullish, guys. So welcome, guys. Amor, what's going on? Said I never thought I'd see call hit 30%. It's been that long, bro. Don't spoil the beans, man. I'm just kidding. Now we're gonna be covering that. Freaking crazy. I just looked at call a little while ago. We'll just pull it up right now, and I was like, holy shit! It was up 50-something% as of earlier. And look what else is running right now, guys. Freaking crab with knife. Do you guys remember our days with crab with knife? You remember that? Like, what was that, 4 or 5 months ago? Freaking crab with knife is up 240% right now. Absolutely ripping. Now, we're going to cover why crab is absolutely ripping, but obviously it has something very much to do with why call is, well, the reason why crab is up is because call is absolutely ripping. Now, I didn't have time. I've been on the go all day today. I feel terrible. Does anybody know why call is absolutely ripping? Usually when we see a move like this for call, they've been dropped on some kind of an exchange usually, right? If you guys have any of the lowdown, let us know. But right now, call is up over 50%, absolutely killing it right now. I mean, this thing is, like I told you guys, I had bought in somewhere, I don't remember my exact buy-in. It was somewhere like down here when I bought in on call, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to throw the money in there, because I had a bunch of crow sitting in my DeFi wall. I was like, bro, it's just sitting there. I'm just going to put it in call, especially we were down at the time. So do I think this is going to be a long-term, long-term play as far as this run-up? Well, I'm going to let you guys decide that, but you guys know, historically speaking, I love call. We've been covering call since the day it dropped. I dropped call in the Discord when it was at $400,000 market cap, and we had a lot of people that jumped in. A lot of people made a lot of money, right? So don't come to me telling me that I'm short term or whatever with call. We've been here since day one, right? We might not cover it every single day, right? Because we have a lot of other stuff to cover, but we've been covering call literally since the day it dropped. And with that being said, do I think that this is going to be a long-term play? We'll have to see how it goes, but historically speaking, with call, it seems to go on these runs where you've seen it before, where we go on these massive runs, and then eventually, it'll start trickling back down. People are taking profits. So we'll see how this plays out. I've been telling you guys, regardless, I still do believe that call is probably going to be the #1 meme coin that's on CRONOS DeFi, right? You have Corgi AI, and you have Mary, and a few other handful, but I do think that call is going to come out victorious as like the #1 meme coin as far as coming from the CRONOS DeFi ecosystem. So, and it pretty much already is, but I think that when it's all said and done, and the we're in the thick of the bull run, you're going to probably see call running up, probably $500 million, if not more. So we'll see how this plays out. Hold on one second. My dog just opened up my freaking door. No, come here. Stay in here. Oh, all right. I'm back. So yeah, just epic. Glad I jumped in on guys on that. For you guys, let me get my drink here. For you guys, who right now is holding on to call? Who's holding call still? Ricky said, I pray call continues to working its way up. Rodney, what's going on? What is going on, brother? Ricky said, I did something crazy that I don't even want to talk about. I don't want to jinx myself. All right, then don't bring it up, bro. Michael, what's going on, bro? Carlos said, hey, what's up? I'm here trucking and listening to the stream. Hell yeah. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to all the truckers out there. And if I was driving by you, if you could see me, I'd be doing this. That bump. Ricky said, Crow is having a trading campaign, but I'm not sure if anything else other than it had a leg in the gutter. Old, what's going on, brother? Bullish in the house. Old said, I sold mine. Don't kill me. It's all right, bro. What's going on? Gina said she's still holding. Said, I'm cautious to invest in it. I'm cautious. Flip said Bunk is going to rip. Hell yeah. I did. I put Bunk on the thumbnail because we're going to be covering Bunk as well because it's doing pretty good. And Rodney said he sold all his call, guys. Great. Thank you, Rodney. Just kidding. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just sold my call as well. I'm not even going to lie with you guys. I just sold it. I saw that like 45% gain that I was up, and I was like, bro, you know what? I'm just going to sell it, and I'll be back in, right? You guys know how I am. I'm going to secure the bag, so I did that on call. But you know what? Hopefully this thing continues to rip. I really do. I do hope it continues to rip. If If it comes back down to some of these certain levels, definitely going to be buying back in. Let me actually pull up the other chart real quick, because that was on MMF. This is on VVS. So if it comes back down to, because I bought I bought right when we dipped, like in one of these dips right here, right? And then we freaking dropped to the abyss right here. If anybody caught this freaking drop right here for call, right now they're up 86%. Nothing too crazy. I felt like it was a lot more, right? Myro did more the other day. Myro's been up freaking, what, 120% we saw yesterday in the last like week or two. So, I mean, it's only been a week since this drop in this run. But you guys can see, I mean, it's definitely ripping like crazy. But I'm looking to, if I get back in on call, or when I get back in on call, it's going to be anything below this 35 level right here. So anything at the 7-0s or below 35 is pretty much where I'm going to be buying back in. And guess what, guys? Now I have 45% more liquidity for me to buy even more call. You see how that plays out? Oh, Ricky said he jumped in on that bottom level. Nice, bro. Old's telling everybody it's Gina's birthday again. We still haven't confirmed if it is or not. We haven't confirmed. Old said, sorry, Crip, I'll be serious now listening. No worries, bro. No worries. But yeah, so like we've been talking about, guys, freaking meme coins right now have been ripping. They really have. Yeah, there are some meme coins that were doing really good a few days ago that have kind of retraced today, like Myro. But you can see, look at this. Mog is up 9%. Bunk is up 12%. Absolutely ripping. Pepe is up 4%. Dogecoin's up almost 11%. Dog with Hat's up 3%. You guys can see, I mean, a lot of these meme coins right now. Floki, 4.5%. Shiba, 4%. It's not a coincidence, guys. I'm telling you. I told you guys this the other day. As we start to move up and Bitcoin really continues to just keep this market bullish and very confident, you're going to see a lot of new money coming in. And remember, we explained this yesterday. New money comes in, right? You guys tell me, when you first jumped into crypto, did you buy in on Bitcoin, Ethereum? Did you buy the bigger projects that have the fundamentals? Or did you come in and because someone told you about Dogecoin, or someone told you about No FUD Koala or Mog or one of these meme coins, right? And you saw, if I throw $100, I get how many billion of these, right? It's enticing. And usually you'll see a lot of the newer money coming into the meme coins. Well, I will say, meme coins will get not a bad rep, but you'll have a lot of like these people that aren't even in right now. They're going to wait till 2 months down the road when, Bunk is up another 1,000%, and Mog's up another 1,000%. Now they're going to be buying in on these meme coins and you're going to be selling off, right? And then, whatever the case is, some of these people might not make as much money, or they might not make any money, because it's all about timing, right? And that's why for the last, year, we've been covering all these projects, and hopefully, not financial advice, but you've been stacking up, picking up and adding to your bags, because it's the name of the game, right? You're buying at a low and you're going to be exchanging it to somebody that's buying at a high, right? That's just how it is, right? It sounds mean, but we're not here to be emotional. We're here to make money, right? And people learn, right? There was a time where I was there and I was buying high. You were buying high, right? Well, we don't really do that stuff anymore. We're buying low, we're selling high, right? So definitely a good time right now. And what's crazy is a lot of these meme coins are pumping, and you see that like Bitcoin right now isn't really going crazy. I mean, it's really kind of sitting around where it's been for the last 2 days. You don't see movement towards the upside as far as for Bitcoin right now, right? Ever since we ran up to that 68,400, we haven't come back to retest that area. So things are looking good, guys. Things are looking great. Another project that I wanted to bring up is freaking Crab. Bro, freaking Crab. Who remembers the Crab days, right? Who remembers the freaking Crab days? You guys remember 4 or 5 months ago in here, and we're all going crazy over Crab, right? Freaking, I mean, I know I jumped in on Crab somewhere down here, and I don't remember if it was like 5 or 10x. I don't remember, but it was a quick move, and I ended up like, I think I 10x my money and just jumped right out, because I just didn't have a good feeling with Crab, with everything that was going on, and sure enough, you can see that it was like a big move towards the upside, and then we came down, and we've pretty much kind of been stagnant. Now, what I will say about this project particularly is it is getting a lot of momentum right now due to, if you see, Crab is paired with Call, right? So obviously if Call's running up, Crab's going to probably move with it. And what I will say about this project particularly is just be very cautious, because you guys can see, I mean, the liquidity is, it's a lot of it's locked in, but not all of it. There's not a massive amount of liquidity, right? And I'm not saying that we know this project's been out for a while. I mean, nothing's going to happen as far as like a rug pull or anything like that. But you see this initial run right now, 240%. This project's been has been dormant for the last like 3 months. So I would just be cautious if you're thinking about jumping in on this project particularly, just because you might end up buying in, and then you never know, tomorrow Call might start retracing, and this project's going to come down just as fast as it came up. So who knows? You never know. This thing could be up 1,000% in the next few days. I highly doubt it, but it definitely could happen, especially with the market cap being at $30,000, $12,000 in liquidity. It doesn't take much people for these projects to run. We already know that for No FUD Koala. We're obviously bigger than this project, but I mean, it doesn't take much for these projects to move. A few $1,000s come into the project, and it catapults, so. Goober, what's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. Said, let's see here. Goober said you need to invest only in meme coins and Bitcoin. All coin money is rotating into meme coins. I agree. Milady meme coin will be blessed. Crow and Crab too. I say Call will, but I don't know about Crab, bro. I'm a little bit on the fence about Crab. And Gina said, I thought Crab got knifed. Gina, I guess I'll leave the jokes to you, because if you guys don't remember, somebody came in here. I'm going to get serious. Someone came in here one day and said, hey, Crip, bro, your jokes are, your jokes are corny. He said, just stop joking around. And I was like, sheesh. I was like, all right, bro. Who peed in your Cheerios? And I was just like, all right. And just stop. I haven't said a joke since that day. Right? So it's hard, right? Because I have all these lined up jokes and I want to say stuff, but just don't do it. Don't do it, because supposedly I'm very corny with my jokes. So got to keep it to myself. When the stream ends, I just start saying jokes right after stream ends, just, after, just like, because they're all built up, so. Old said, make sure to tell jokes. Ricky said, holy crap, $30,000 market cap. You got my attention. I mean, Ricky, be careful though, bro. Just be very cautious. And Gina said, we love your jokes. I appreciate it. I'm never going to stop joking, Gina. You know that, girl. I was just joking. Shad said, what's your opinion on Bunk? My opinion on Bunk, bro, is I think Bunk is superior. I think Bunk is one of the superior meme coins that are out. And I've always been calling it since Bunk really came out and broke out like crazy, that I think Bunk, when the smoke clears, I don't think Bunk's going to be the top as far as like the number one per market cap. I still do believe that Pepe is going to be probably the top meme coin. I feel like Pepe is probably going to be the top meme coin, but I feel like Bunk is going to be right around those top. You know how like Doge and Shiba were in 2021? I really do think that Bunk's going to be in probably the top 5 per market cap. So my thoughts on Bunk, definitely a solid project. Definitely it's had massive growth since it broke out. What's it sitting at nowadays? Market cap $1.8 billion, bro. You can't deny that. $1.8 billion. You cannot deny this, right? So, I mean, this project definitely has, and it still has a lot of smoke, and it definitely can, have some potentially big runs ahead of it. It's going to run with the market, right? And you can see as of today, particularly meme coins are having a decent day, and Bunk is up technically 12+% for today. A meme coin that's almost $2 billion, up 12%. That's a lot of money that's flowing into the project. So definitely very bullish on the project. Almost $400 million in volume for today for Bunk. So definitely is a solid project, bro. I really do think it is. I put this in one of those bigger, large cap meme coins, right? We all want to, see the massive gains for this project. If you were to ask me, what do you think the top of the market cap is going to be when we get into the thick of the top of altcoin season? It'd be hard to say that, but I could say prediction wise, I could see Bunk maybe getting to like $20 billion, which would technically be about a little bit over a 10x from where it's at right now. And I know you're thinking 10x, that's it. You have to remember, just a year ago, Bunk was 1,000x down from where it is right now, from when it started. So Bunk's already had a massive, massive run, right? Look at this. Bunk is up for the year 12,000%, right? And I'm telling you that this thing has a potential to do another 10x on top of that, right? So that's why we on the channel and the squad, we're always looking at DeFi plays, because whoever jumped in on Bunk when it was just dropped, or it was solely on Solana per DeFi, you jumped in, the market cap was at a few $1 million, right? You jumped in like a lot of us jumped in on Call when Call was at a few $100,000, right? And look at Call, it's at 35 million. It actually ran up to $115 million at a time. So imagine that. Anybody that held. I didn't hold. I freaking made a lot of money on Call, but you guys already know, if I would have held my Call from when we bought in on it and held it all the way to the top where the high was, that was potentially around an $80,000 play that I ended up let slip through my hands. I made some good money, but I didn't make 80K, right? I didn't make 80K, and this is what I'm saying. So definitely still another 10X, I think, in Bunk for sure. But, that's why we're always focused on looking at some of these plays that are on DeFi, right? Because even right now, there are meme coins that haven't even been created yet, or maybe have been created, but they're under the, they're basically on the back burner. They're in the shadows right now of DeFi realm. Not too many of us know about them, or maybe we've seen them, but we don't even know that some of these projects are going to absolutely go crazy, and they could be potentially some of the next big meme coins that are going to come out, right? That are going to have potentially 1,000% gains. So for that, this is why he just spoke Flip. You always want to keep your eye on Flip, right? Because I'm not even joking around. He does always point out some good plays that we look at, right? I mean, Flip's already called out a few big plays as far as right now. Flip, what have you been talking about? Used car is one of them, right? Used car, and then the other one that he talks about is where is it? Was RBT, right? And then Billy's another one that we talk about, right? And these right here, like Billy has $40 million market cap, right? So I mean, it's nothing too crazy yet. RBT is at 8 million, and used car is at where is it at right here? It's at $9 million, right, for a market cap. So I mean, you have these projects that are technically, they're larger meme coins, larger meme tokens that are on DeFi right now, but they're pretty much just like where Bunk was, where Myra was, where Dog with Hat was. All these meme coins that you think are so big, they all started from DeFi, and most of them, a lot of them, excuse me, started off on Solana, right? So Ricky said, is it real that Pepe is not yet listed on Coinbase? Yeah, Pepe's on, I believe Pepe's on Binance, but it's not on Coinbase, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not. It's only on it's on Binance as far as the two major exchanges. So Flip said, dog with hat and bunk, incredible. They hold this market cap and liquidity on the same chain, Solana. I know, bro. It's insane. It absolutely is insane. What Solana's done in the last year, as far as just pumping out some of these major meme coins, is, you know, it's on the level of Ethereum, pretty much. It's literally on the level of Ethereum, right? And speaking of Ethereum, where's the other, what's the meme coin that's been going crazy? We got to look at the monthly. Nero. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this one, Nero, is absolutely ripping, right? I mean, it's up 500% in the last month. And you can see Mew is starting to come back up 100%. Look at Mog for the month, up 120%. Absolutely crazy, guys. These gains that we've been pretty much talking about for the last few months. A lot of you guys have to be up like crazy right now. I want to look up this project real quick, Nero. I haven't never looked it up. Wait, is this on Base? I thought it was... Wait, it's on Ethereum, right? Yeah. Look at that freaking chart. Look at that chart. Holy crap. It says it's up 24,000%. That is insane, dude. Bro, look at these. Look at the year. Oh my gosh, guys. This is why we talk about meme coins, guys. Like, you guys know I love all the big cryptos. I love the fundamentals. I always preach not financial advice, but I don't say 100% going in all in on meme coins. You guys know I always love ordinals, Solana. You know, I love me Bitcoin. I've always, my roots came from Ethereum, you know, and ICP, and we can go down the list of a lot of these big coins that have a lot of fundamentals behind them, right? But you cannot deny the gains to be had on these meme coins. I'm sorry, you cannot deny it, right? I mean, look at this. Bunk's up 12,000%, guys. Mog is up 11,000%. This is for the year, right? Pepe is up 1,500%. But if you really think about Pepe, when it dropped a little bit over a year ago, Pepe's probably up 20,000%, if not more. Absolutely crazy, guys. And I mean, you see, we've had a tremendous year in crypto, guys. I mean, look at this. Solana is up 540%. What is this? Mantra up 7,000%. Ordinals is up 1,000%. Fetch 600. Floki 750. JASMY 500. Right here, this shows you guys what of a year that we've had, right? As far as, you know, these gains. And this is why I tell you guys, it's not going to continue for too much longer. I really do think that we have about 6 months, roughly around 6 months, for these gains, right? And we have one more massive run up, and then I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be it for a while. So I see everybody's comments, and I will get to you guys as soon as possible, but you guys can see the elephant in the room. My boy Flip dropped the 20 bands. I appreciate that, bro. He said update the update the retrace on Turbo and used car, planning where to hold. I'll bring that up, brother. Turbo did retrace? I did see that, or I saw somebody talking about it. Let's pull it up. Oh, okay. So it did retrace, bro, but I mean, look at this. Excuse me. Remember what we talked about and what we always talk about. Top of the fib, obviously all-time highs, right? But look where it bounced. It bounced right on our freaking 236 fib retracement, right? Which is very bullish. Very, very bullish. So what I say, Flip, is that right now the 236 is holding at some support. That's going to be good, right? If it does break that 236, the line in the sand, you already know what I always tell you. The 382 right here, which is going to be at around that 83 mark. That's going to be the line in the sand where basically we want to see that hold. We really don't want to see that break. If it breaks, we could be talking about potentially, you know, coming down towards the 0.5 or the 618. I don't think that's in the cards for right now. I think Turbo is going through obviously a retracement, but I think Turbo is basically just kind of recharging its jets, because this thing has been on such a massive run as of the recent weeks and months. So when I pull up the 30 minute, you can see clear as day it bounced off the 236, and hopefully it has some support. It bounced that one time. It could easily come back and find it as support again, and that would be nothing but bullish, right? But we obviously don't want to see it kind of hanging there and continuing to bounce off that 236, because it potentially could break below. We have the 200-day moving average on the 30 minute holding it as some major support for right now. So with that being said, I'm reading your question. The retrace on Turbo and used car, planning where to hold. So did you sell off on your Turbo, bro, or you're saying like you're still holding? Because I mean, I wouldn't get too worried yet, right? A lot of times when you see projects that have been running like Turbo, right, you're gonna see profit taking. You're gonna see profit taking, but this is pretty much the test to make sure the Turbo is still staying bullish. And for now, right, as of right now, this split second, us bouncing off that 236 is bullish, very bullish. And if it can continue to stay above this and continue this momentum, obviously we're going to see more and continuation of highs. So the 236 fib is around that 1 cent mark, right? So we're going to need to hold that level right there, that 1 cent mark. If it breaks below, the line in the sand is going to be the 382 at around the 83. I don't see that potentially happening unless something happens in the whole market, right? If the whole market drops, because I mean, you're talking about a 22% drop from where it's at right now. I don't necessarily see that happening for right now. Turbo just seems to be just have that momentum, right? And we always talk about this, guys, on the channel with meme coins, right? You have fundamental projects, right? And they run off their fundamental. They'll get hype behind them. They release something, they partner up with big companies, it gets them running, right? Meme coins are strictly ran off of hype. They're strictly ran off of hype, right? People look at them as they're very risky, but the higher the risk, the higher the reward, right? So a project like Turbo has been running on some massive hype, right? It's been running on massive hype, and I don't see the hype going away as of now. It's a newer project. I don't see the hype going away anytime soon. So for now, like I keep telling you, Flip, the 236 is where I would be watching to hold at around that one. It's about the 103 mark, right? That's going to be our 236 level to hold. Line in the sand is the 83 mark. That's going to be the line in the sand, meaning if we come down to that level and it looks like it's struggling to hold that level, that's where I would probably end up repositioning myself, with potentially the project dropping down furthermore. I just don't see that happening anytime soon. If it does break the 236, you might see it, and I'm going to put the line here just in case if it does. You might see it actually come in between the 236 and the 382 at somewhere around this 93 mark or 94 area right here, and still find support and still be bullish. So, and as far as used cars, let's pull that up. We were just talking about that. Where is this? Gently used car. Keep an eye on this, guys. Like I keep telling you, Flip, telling you, he's giving you guys the sauce. Keep an eye on this stuff, guys, because he's always pointing this stuff out. And then, damn it, a week later, these projects are up. Flip was talking about this project down here. And look where it's at. So with used cars, kind of a different scenario, right? Different scenario, but let me see something. Is this my line, or did this literally bounce off this? It literally bounced off of this. You see this? Look at this trend. I swear this hadn't happened yet, but look at the trend line, right? It literally bounced off the trend. That's freaking crazy. So obviously with used cars, a little bit different scenario. It broke below the 236, right? The last project we were talking about, Turbo, is still hanging above the 236. This one broke below the 236, right? But the 382 seems to be staying below for right now. I'm not going to say it's holding as support because it really hasn't tested the 382 yet as of now. But look where this freaking candle wick dropped down to bounce right off this trend line and then come right back up. So with that being said, with this project, The 382 is the line in the sand as far as what we need to hold, somewhere around that 226 area right there. Obviously, we have the trend line, right? So, I mean, it can still come down, break below there, and bounce off this trend line. But I think it's playing with fire if it continues to keep bouncing off this trend, because it's going to be just, one wrong move and this thing could easily drop down and start, coming down towards the 0.5 or the 618 here. So this project's a little different. It still looks bullish in my opinion. As far as holding though, Flip, what I would say is this 26 area is what you need to keep an eye on. We need to stay above the 26 area for us to kind of keep that momentum. And hopefully we come back up, and we need to start retesting the 236, somewhere around that 31, 32 area. So, but two different scenarios, but both projects, honestly, you can see this clear as day. The trend line is still pointing towards the upside. And the fact that this thing actually came and literally retested the trend line and quickly bounced up, very bullish in my opinion. So, Flip, thank you so much for the $20 super chat, bro. I do appreciate that. If you got any more questions, dude, just let me know. Let me scroll up real quick because I know I missed a couple people. Old said CAS is up 185 cents, or 185% for the year. Nice. Ricky said, I heard something about Coinbase accumulating Pepe. Yer said, what are your thoughts on Punky? We'll pull that up here in a second. Carlos, what's going on, brother? He said, I'm still in the negative on some of my coins because I bought when they were high a while back, so I'm going to hold. Started in 2020, but I didn't know what I was doing till I've been watching your stream. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Carlos, one thing I will say, dude, is I've been in that scenario too, and all of us have been, right, where we nilly-willy buy in, right? And this is why what we talk about on the members-only stream. Learning how to do fib retracements, learning how to find support levels and retracement levels, just being a little bit more logical on our trades, right? Instead of the early days of all of us, right, where someone tells you about a project and you just buy in, right? You don't even really look to see, or you're like, oh, it's down 3%. This is probably a good time, and you buy in, and if you zoom out, it's up 3,000% in the last week. So you're buying up like at the top, right? So what happens is you have to either make a decision. Do you hold on, right? Or do you sell at a loss? I hate selling at a loss unless I can see potential somewhere else, and I think I can get the gains somewhere else. A lot of times though, what I would do, me personally, Carlos, is I just hold, because eventually you're going to be in the green, right? It's going to take time. Like you've already said, you've been holding. It's going to take time, but there is going to be a period where you're going to be in the green. So make sure you secure that bag, bro, when you do get in the green, because you're always going to have more opportunity down the road to get in on positions. And hopefully, you can make a little bit better decisions in regards to when to jump in on a project, right? So, but we've all been there and done it, right? So, Amor said, there's absolutely no way I'll ever buy a stable coin again. Look at what memes can do for you. Well, I mean, listen, stable coins, bro. Let's say like when I sold my Myro, right? I moved my Myro over into a stable coin, right? Because it's pegged to $1, and then when I want to get back into Myro, I just move all my USDC, I swap it over into Myro. So stable coins had nothing to do with it. You want to keep stable coins. You always want to, whenever you take profits, you want to, convert back over to your stable coins as long as you're not exiting the market, right? So Ricky's gloating over here saying I'm up about 12x on Pepe. That's pretty damn amazing. It is, bro. Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. Troy said AFK to the moon. Inside joke. Troy used to always say NFK to the moon, which is our project that we have on the channel. And then he would, he's like doing it real fast. So he'd say AFK, and we're all like, bro, what the hell are you talking about AFK? So he just stuck with it. Bendez, what's going on? I switched from ladies to Hoppy last month, and sure is paying off. Let's pull up Hoppies real quick and see what's going on. And then I want to go over a couple articles real quick that are talking about these meme coins actually. All right, Bendez, I see you, bro. Holding all the good ones for yourself. I see, bro. You guys see this? My boy's holding all the good stuff for himself. All right, buddy. We see how you're playing around here. We see how it goes. Just messing with you, man. Yeah, this looks great. Nice little run up you're having right now. As long as it stays above the 236 at that 16.9 area, definitely not looking bad at all. Khalil, what's going on? Said call's going crazy. Yeah, we just pulled up call. Let me see here. Call's going to go even more crazier because I just sold off all mine. Picked up that profit. Watch. It's around where I sold off. Watch. Tomorrow we're going to wake up. This thing's going to be up like 100%. Andrew said, call. We got the call squad in here. Sometimes, because I know the channel was in the Discord, so sometimes they'll come in here, the whole little call squad. So shout out to the whole call squad out there in the Discord. We see you guys. Gina said, I see some new people. Oh yeah. Gina said, make sure you guys slap the likes. You know, I need to let me drop the Discord in the chat, guys. Let me drop the Discord in the chat. I've been told to open the gates, so we do have a big Discord with a few hundred people in there. I did stop allowing people to come into the Discord because we were having just scammers coming in. You know, you guys know that whole jizz, and it was just getting too much for me to monitor. So now that we do have some mods in the Discord again, we can open the gates. Listen, I don't mind anybody coming in. I don't mind you guys talking about any of your projects. Just don't come in there with the intentions to scam, talk trash on anybody, any of that good stuff. We try to be a civilized community and just talk about crypto, right? So there's the Discord link. If you have any issues grabbing or getting into that, just let me know. I'm pretty sure I dropped all the security to let everybody in. So, and if you are anybody that's been banned from the Discord, this is your opportunity to come back. But don't come back and start messaging people with lies or causing drama, all right? Because they're gonna tell me I'm gonna kick you out again. Just come in. You have a new clean slate. Let's just get some money and let's talk about crypto, all right? Bullish is over here laughing, bro. It was bad. I was having to sit here and like a freaking hall monitor and like, all right, who is it? It's hit. All right, I'll get rid of them. So let's jump into this article real quick. So race for the best meme coin to buy: Nero versus Dog with Hat versus Mog coin. The fact that Mog coin is getting listed with Dog with Hat. Shout out to Mog coin. I'm telling you, I think Mog coin is going to be one of those big ones. So let's see here. So with the meme coin super cycle gaining traction, you guys hear this? Meme coin super cycle gaining traction. Investors are eyeing Nero, Dog with Hat, and Mog with coin for potential returns. As the meme coin cycle thesis gains market-wide recognition, investors want to know where's the biggest returns lie. Right now, 3 meme coins at the center of the stage are Nero, Dog with Hat, and Mog coin. Let's analyze all 3 and find out which is the better investment. So you guys tell me, what are you guys holding? I know a lot of you guys are holding Mog, but does anybody hold Dog with Hat? Does anybody hold Nero? Let me know in the chat. So first Nero on Ethereum. Dog with Hat, and Mog coin are all major players in an ongoing meme coin rally. So they are each in a strong position for gains. However, the driving forces behind their performance differ, and this must be considered. Starting with Nero, it's crypto's new premier community takeover, CTO, token. This means that the project's developers left and the community now controls it. You guys know that whenever they do this, where like the creator of the token, they basically make a quick like 20, 30, 40 grand and they're like, bye, they like run off, and then the community takes over, and then now the project's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, they're sitting there just like so mad because they let greed take over, right? They saw that, the $20,000-$30,000 dangling in front of them, and they ran off with the bag, right? And now they're looking, and they're counting it up like, I would have had $1 million right now. I would have had $500,000, and it's just eating them up alive, as it should, right? As it should. So this makes let's see here. This makes it I'm telling you guys, I'm a little challenged with this word here. I don't even know what the hell that word is, but let's see here. It has been a significant tailwind in its recent growth. Nero is currently trading at 0.001873, and it is up 43,000% since CoinMarketCap began tracking its price in August. Regarding where its price could go, prominent community members Trader SZ is eyeing a $10 billion market cap by the bull run peak, marking over 10x gain. Moving to Dog with Hat, this holds a unique position as Solana's version of Dogecoin. Many new meme coin narratives have arisen in 2024, but 3 of the top 4 meme coins by market cap remain dog themed. We should also note that Dog with Hat is Solana's largest meme coin, which makes it a magnet for ecosystem liquidity inflows. Moreover, Solana is the blockchain with the most daily active users, reaffirming the importance of Dog with Hat's front-running position. And I mean, Dog with Hat, I put it right there with like Bunk, right? They all came from the same family. Bunk, Dog with Hat, even Myro. What were the other ones? There was a few other ones that kind of came out that are all kind of in that same realm that have done crazy numbers, right? Obviously, Dog with Hat being the top dog of them all. But, I mean, you think about this. Dog with Hat, all this came out in the last 8 months, right? I feel like 8 months, maybe close to a year now. And they've all, well, not all, but like Dog with Hat and Bunk have been able to capture that $1 billion market cap and exceed it, So, definitely, this is why I keep going back over and saying, like, the potential for these DeFi projects, right, are just, they're endless. They are endless. Old said he holds just MOG. Amor said, someone needs to get me back in the call Discord so I can spam NFK again. That's why they kicked you before, Amor. No, because listen, you have to remember, their Discord's a little bit different than ours, right? Our Discord is open as far as like we talk about everything. We obviously love NFK, but we talk about everything. When you're going into a strictly call Discord and you're shilling a different project, they're going to kick you, right? And it's not that they hate, us or anything like that. They just, you're flooding their Discord with other tokens, So I understand where they come. So Michael said, I'm up on used cars already, and I bought some right after you pulled it up. Nice, Michael. So Michael's listening to the flip. That's flip right there, bro. I can't even take that. Amor said, are me and Gina the only ones in MOG, the top cat coin? And then finishing off the article, so on growth potential, prominent meme coin analyst Asim says it could hit $100 billion market cap, surpassing Dogecoin's all-time high in 2021. I don't know how I feel about that one. $100 million market cap. I guess it's just hard for me to fathom that, just because, like they said, Dogecoin has been the biggest meme coin per market cap, right? And it at its top, it was $78 billion, right? And you guys remember, if you were around at that time, it took Elon Musk to freaking tweet every 2 days. It took him to get on Saturday Night Live. It took everything for us to get Dogecoin up to $78 billion, right? I'm not saying that Dog with Hat can't get there, but $100 billion market cap, it's never happened, right? It's never happened before. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of like, I just feel like that's a little bit on the high side as far as market cap. Now, if you say Dog with Hat could get to 40 or maybe 50 billion, I'd still would be like, but because only 2 meme coins have ever been that high, right? And that's Dog with Hat and Shiba, right? That's it. So that's another thing where you're like, it definitely could do that, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of momentum, a lot of, just the everybody getting behind in whatever meme coin it is. So, and that takes a lot. And there's so much competition now, in the market. Before, when Doge and Shiba did this, it was, there was other meme coins, but Doge and Shiba were the two in the front run. Now you have Pepe, right? They didn't even mention Pepe, maybe because they're talking about projects that are on a run right now. But like Pepe is like one of the biggest meme coins there are right now, period, right? You think Pepe is going to allow Dog with Hat to get up to 100 billion? They're going to be battling like crazy, right? And then you still have all the diehards from Dogecoin and Shiba and Floki, and the list can go on, as far as, all these other, meme coins and all the newer meme coins, like even Mog. And I still do believe MILADY, right? We're not talking about MILADY. MILADY is going to be one of those projects that a lot of people are starting to sleep on. That's going to start going absolutely parabolic again. And then you're going to see everybody talking about MILADY again, right? That's when you want to get in on these projects and hold, not financial advice. When no one's talking about them, when they're sleeping on them, that's the best time, in my opinion, because the hype hasn't really, it's not there yet for these projects. Or for MILADY, we built hype, but it seems like it's kind of died out for right now, but doesn't mean that it's not going to come right back. So, and then as lastly, we have Malcoin, the world's leading culture coin. This is a new memic category of coins that reflects some aspect of social discourse. In Mog's coin's case, it's a response to an internet meme of people being mogged, which means they have been dominated or outperformed by someone else. This is even an emoji relating to the term, which helps bolster Mobcoin's notary every time it is used. Currently, Mog's coin has a $700 million market cap, and Asim has it on the highest conviction list with a long-term $30 billion market cap target. That'll be approximately a 22x gain. Do you guys see that? Now that's a little bit more acceptable, I think. A $30 billion market cap. Gina, you hear that? $30 billion market cap that they're potentially saying for Mog. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I know you guys bought in a while back, so imagine if you guys ride it up to all the way up to 30 billion. That's, Gina, I'm sure that's probably what, a 40 or 50x for you from when you bought in. So absolutely crazy. So that's awesome. Amor said there was only one YouTuber preaching about Mog when it came out. He said it would mimic Shiba. Dude wasn't lying. Old said I have KASPA, Hoppy, Moo Moo, Pepe, Maniki, Turbo, Bird Dog, Myro, Cat with Hat, Ethereum, Brett. I can't go through that list, bro. You're one of those people that have like 40 projects. I don't know how you maintain to like remember everything that you're holding, bro. That's craziness. But you know what? I mean, like I said, you have two different kind of investors. Like myself, I usually potentially will hold like 4 or 5 projects the most, and put a lot into those. And you have like yourself, which I don't think either or are wrong, where you like to buy in. You hold 20 plus projects, but you have to, you're basically splitting it up, in all those projects. So it's just too much to manage. I did that with DeFi back in 2021, and I would just forget about what I had. I had so much stuff in my freaking wallets that I would forget what I had, and it was just too freaking much. And by the time a project did run, I'm like, oh crap, I did have that, and I would like miss it. And I was like, bro, I can't, this is too much. I can't sit here and hold on to like 40 different freaking projects at once. So, but whatever works for you, right, bro? Whatever works for you. Another thing I wanted to cover real quick, guys. This was from yesterday. I missed it, but we're going to cover it real quick. Nothing too crazy, but so the word is that Elon Musk is potentially selling Bitcoin. I don't believe it, but the reason why they're saying this is because the wallets that are holding Tesla's Bitcoin transfer to unknown wallets, right? And whenever this happens, people start to speculate, right? Whenever you see, bigger wallets or big institutions that hold big, swaths of Bitcoin particularly, they move it over to unknown wallets, they're usually thinking that they're trying to set up for some kind of a move. But these wallets don't indicate that they're associated with any major exchanges. So, it's just speculation right now. Now, if they confirmed that the Tesla wallets moved over to like Coinbase or something like that, I'd be like, all right, maybe they're probably setting up to sell. So I'm just going to read a little snippet. So the wallets associated with the electric car manufacturer on Tuesday moved more than 11,500 Bitcoins to wallets whose ownership is unknown, according to the crypto data firm Arkham. Tesla's wallets only retain about $6.6 billion or 6.6 worth of Bitcoin. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, $6.65. I see what they're saying. So, and you guys remember back in 2021, Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and he did sell some of his Bitcoin, I could have sworn, or did he hold? I think he sold half of it because he was getting a lot of flack from the clean energy folks, basically saying there was a big rumor saying that Bitcoin was basically consuming a lot of energy across the world, and they were saying that it was dirty energy. So if you guys remember, he sold half of the Bitcoin and he said, listen, I will buy right back in as soon as we can confirm that at least 50% of the energy used, consumed from Bitcoin is derived from clean energy. And what he means by that is like dams, right? How El Salvador, they use volcanoes. Basically anything that's other than like coal or anything like that, they consider it dirty, generating dirty energy. So I'm just reading the chat real quick. Gina said old has too many projects. I agree with that. I agree. Old, there's no way in hell I can hold 40 projects. Real quick, jumping in on what we covered yesterday. So the fear and greed index, we moved up a little bit. We're literally right on the hairline of getting into greed. We're so close to getting back into greed, which is great. We use the fear and greed index really as an indicator. Like I tell you guys, as far as buying and selling, right? You don't want to be buying in normally when we're in the greed or extreme greed. Historically speaking, that usually indicates some kind of a top, even if it's short term, right? And then vice versa. You want to be buying in. This isn't financial advice, but you want to be picking up your meme coins and anything that you're buying in on when we're down in the extreme fear or when we're in fear neutral. Maybe not even a bad time as well, right? Because you can see we've been hanging around in neutral and a lot of our projects are up, like crazy in the last few weeks. So, but when we start getting into greed and extreme greed, that's where I draw the line and I'm like, all right, I should have already been buying in when the market was fearful, right? Now it's time for you to be just keeping an eye on it, right? And wanting to take profits, not anytime soon, but when you see the market flashing that we're in like extreme greed, right? You guys know what we always say, right? You want to be fearful when everybody's being greedy, and you want to be greedy when everybody is being fearful. And that is something that I live by on crypto 100%. So I know it's rough out there when we're down like crazy and projects look like we're going down to the abyss. That is when you guys, I literally come on camera with the biggest smile and I'm like, bro, I am shopping like crazy right now, right? Because I sold when everybody was greedy, right? Now I'm buying in when everybody's terrified and they're like, oh, Bitcoin's going back down to 10 grand. I'm like, bro, I hope Bitcoin goes down to 10 grand. I freaking hope, because you know what? I'm going to become a whole coiner on Bitcoin, and I am waiting for that to happen one day. I missed the opportunity when we dropped down to 15K. I'm not doing it again. If we drop down I don't think we're going to get anywhere near those levels ever again, but if we ever get that opportunity, oh man, I'm going to seize on it. Even if you just get like a quarter of a Bitcoin, imagine that. You hold a quarter of a Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, we all know eventually one day is going to get to $1 million. So That right there would be a long-term investment. If I was able to accumulate anything more than a Bitcoin, I would put that into like somewhere where I would just a cold storage pretty much, and it would just sit there, with never selling, or at least if not anytime selling anytime soon. Bitcoin dominance, 57.5%, guys. We have spiked up. We have spiked up to pretty much, I want to say, local highs for dominance for Bitcoin. We have. So you can see on this chart, I know it's a little bit difficult, but the more the blue, the higher the dominance is, right? And this goes all the way back to Bitcoin's creation pretty much. You can see obviously, well, it goes back into 2013. At that time, there was only Bitcoin, and really Ethereum wasn't even really big at that time, but it was really just mostly Bitcoin that was traded at that time, and maybe Litecoin was around. But you can see since then, you can see, look at the green line, and you see how it's going down. That's Ethereum, right? And you see how blue is basically taking the void. That's Bitcoin's dominance spiking, right? That's Bitcoin's dominance basically taking, more and more space of our market cap of the whole crypto space. Not a bad thing for right now. We want to see Bitcoin's dominance do whatever it's going to do, right? We want to see Bitcoin's price continue to move up. That's what's going to continue to bring confidence in the market and essentially bring in a lot of money into these meme coins like Call and Mog and Milady and Myro and all that. That's going to bring a lot of new users coming in. And like we talked about at the beginning of the stream, new people coming into crypto space, they're most likely not going to buy Bitcoin. They're not going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to look at Bitcoin at $70,000 and like, I don't want to buy Bitcoin, right? A lot of them don't even realize that you can buy one Satoshi, right? They think you have to buy a whole freaking Bitcoin. So that's a whole nother story. But the point of what I'm getting to is when usually people come into the space at the beginning, they're being told, hey, have you heard about Dogecoin, or have you heard about Call, right, and stuff like that? And they're like, no, and they're like, how do I get it? And they look into it and they see what $100 I can get. I can get 2 billion Call, right? And they're like, holy crap, that is enticing for these people. That's why you're going to see these meme coins go absolutely crazy. But we need Bitcoin to continue to build that confidence and bring new people into the space. That's what we need. So everything looks good for right now. As far as altcoin season, it'll come, but we're not going to get into altcoin season until Bitcoin dominance technically drops down a big chunk. We need Bitcoin's dominance to come below 50% for sure before we even start talking about potentially getting into altcoin season. So, but yeah, like I said, everything looks good today, guys. Everything looks good. Bitcoin is still struggling to break above that 68K, but it is at least, as you can see for today, it has really been holding above that 67,000, 5 area, somewhere around there. It's been really holding up. So it's basically just telling us that it just needs a little bit more gas in the tank, and it's eventually going to break above the 68K. You can see, look at this. We've come up and we've retested that 68,000 1, 2, 3 times already. And what do I always say? If we keep retesting a certain area, whether it's towards the up or towards the downside, we're going to break above or below that area, right? So the fact is that we didn't get rejected from it and drop back down to some crazy numbers. We're hovering right below that 68,000. So we are going to break above it here soon. And just to bring it up again, after that 68K, 69,000, our previous all-time high from 2021, is going to give us hell probably. It's going to most likely give us hell. Sometimes we'll shoot by some of these areas and not even acknowledge them if Bitcoin's on a crazy run. But you better believe it's going to come back and retest this area. We need to finally find that $69,000 area and hold it as some support and have that as our bottom, right? So in due time, I think this is all going to happen, guys. We have some good things ahead of us, so everything looks good. In the markets, like I said, for the last few weeks, all the indicators are pointing towards the upside. The only thing that I would say that could derail anything that's going on right now with crypto is something worldwide, like a new war across the world breaks out, right? We have tensions fuming up in North Korea. We still have kind of Israel and Iran, with all that stuff going on. We have, a few other things like Russia and Ukraine and all that stuff. So, anything can happen. Taiwan and China, there's a lot of spots that could easily flare up, but hopefully we don't see any of that. We want peace across the world so we can continue to get our money, right? Because these markets don't like war whatsoever. They don't like it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I have a nice hot date going. I'm taking my daughter out to dinner. We're going to go out and enjoy ourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you are new here, make sure you guys slap that like, hit that subscribe. We come here every day, pretty much every day on our live streams at the same time. If you are looking to maybe try to find some of these, how I do these fib retracements, these support resistance levels, if you're interested in learning how to leverage trade, anything like that, obviously I don't give out financial advice, but we do cover all these topics on our members only stream, and it's only $5 to join. So make sure you guys hit that join if you can. Other than that, guys, thank you. I have the Discord I have the Discord link on the top of the stream. If you're watching this after, hit me up in the contacts or in the comments and ask me for a new link, because this link will expire. I don't mind anybody coming and join us. Like I said, just come in with good intentions. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day, guys. I thank you guys so much. I will see each and every one of you guys tomorrow. All right. Be safe out there.